Hello and welcome to this lecture. My name is Mumshad Manambeth and we are learning Ansible advanced topics. In this lecture, we will be recapping what we covered in the Ansible for the Absolute Beginners course. If you're here right after that course, you could skip this lecture and go right ahead. Or else, if you wish to refresh your memory, feel free to stay. So we learned that Ansible helps you increase your productivity and efficiency by automating a lot of repetitive tasks in your environment, whether it be sizing and creating new hosts or virtual machines, applying configurations on them, patching hundreds of servers, migrations, deploying applications, or even performing security and compliance audits. Ansible is a powerful IT automation tool that you can learn quickly. It's simple enough for everyone in IT, yet powerful enough to automate even the most complex deployments. We then looked through some use cases such as setting up a complex infrastructure that spans across public and private cloud and hundreds of VMs using Ansible. With Ansible, you could provision VMs on public clouds like Amazon and provision VMs on private cloud in a private cloud setup like a VMware-based infrastructure and move on to configuring applications on those and setting up communications between them, etc. We also discussed how to get started with Ansible, the different options of installing Ansible on a Linux system. Remember, Ansible control machine can only be Linux as of now. However, Windows machines can be a target for automation with Ansible, so Ansible do support Windows as target servers. We also looked at inventory files and how they are defined. We looked at the inventory file parameters such as Ansible connection, Ansible user, Ansible password, etc., and why and where they're used. We went through a number of Ansible modules available out of the box and how to read documentation and how to use them. For example, we looked at some of the system modules available such as user, group, hostname, etc. We looked at some of the command modules such as command, shell, script, and we also looked at some of the file related modules and some of the database related modules and cloud related modules such as Amazon, Docker, Google, OpenStack, VMware, etc. And then we also looked at some of the Windows modules such as WinCopy, WinCommand, etc. These are just very few of the actual modules available. There are lots and lots more of built-in out-of-the-box modules available that ships with Ansible. We also looked at variables and how to use them in playbooks. In this course, we will look more at separating variables into separate files and we'll practice some Jinja 2 templating, etc. in more depth. We also learned conditionals such as the when directive and how we can execute tasks based on a specific condition. And finally, we practiced loops. So we used loop to automate the installation of a list of packages using a single task and the with items directive. So we've just recapped whatever we learned in the previous course, and we will now move on to learning new and advanced concepts in Ansible.